Right. Now, I want to specifically save this for a separate video because, and I'm using Maximilian videos for this, where he talks about gear customization, towers, and more. Basically, as far as like the progression goes in this game, I'm actually really digging it. I'm liking like what I'm seeing, right? And that's a good thing. Like I you know, again, I don't know about XP levels and stuff like that, you know, over long term. Like it's going to be one of those things that you know, is going to is going to be something that once the real world gets hold of this game and figures it all out, how it works, you know, how it feels, how much time it takes for certain things, stuff like that. But ultimately, and we sort of, you know, talked about this a little bit, but essentially, like, every character seems to get like one gear piece. It seems, anyway, at the moment. But what I like the most is the fact that you've got a general profile that levels up, as we've sort of talked about with invasions. Like, you know, like your overall character level, account level. But then you've also got a mastery level per character as well. So what this does is it encourages you to play the game on every character, and as you level up every character, you'll then gain access to certain rewards that you can see on screen right there. Now, and that's pretty good. That's really, really good. I've mentioned this before in Exo Primal, which is Capcom online shooter against dinosaurs with exosuits. You've got your general sort of like account progression that, and then you got like a survival pass with that. So both of them sort of unlock things together. And then every single exosuit in the game has its own leveling up system as well. So it encourages you to level up those exosuits to gain access to modules and extra currency and other things that go with it. And it looks like it's the same setup here. So if you play a lot of Scorpion, you know, whether it be, you know, towers or invasion mode or online, you're gonna constantly be getting XP, constantly ranking up and unlocking stuff for that character. So apart from invasions, this is also another area that, you know, you can unlock stuff with. Everything from like different outfits, palettes, you know, brutalities, all that sort of jazz, which is pretty good. I actually do really like that. And it's very handy, the fact that, like we've mentioned before, that you know, it does definitely encourage, you know, a lot of offline play. I'm assuming they've moved away from the online model, where you have the what do you call it, the, you know, like specific things purely for just Combat League, like skins and stuff. I think they probably listen to people and realize that's not a good look. I don't care if it's a title, you know, something like that, but like not a lot of people like competitive fighting. And I know it sounds like a really weird thing to say, but it works for almost any genre that has a multiplayer component. A lot of people love playing racing games, but not all of them like playing online with other people. They're purely fine and happy just playing against the AI, against all different difficulties, and engaging with all the single player content. It's the same thing with fighting games, right? You can't force people to become competitive and get online. Sometimes people want to do that, some people don't. Some people don't want to at all. And so you have to give them a lot of stuff. And as they said in the Combat Cast, yes, you can achieve everything. Like, it doesn't matter like what sort of avenue you decide to, in terms of like engagement goes. You're not going to be restricted, right? People that love playing online, and this is the flip side to that. People that love playing online are also going to play stuff offline, but people that play offline not always are going to go online, because going online means that, oh, you know, I've got to fight against people. What if I'm not very good? You know, and that means I miss out on content because of it, right? So it seems like they've really sort of put a lot of work into making sure that that doesn't become an issue, and allows people to progress. And as you play characters, there will be just a simple natural unlock process, whether you're doing it in towers, online, invasion modes, or whatever. And that's really good. It means that there's always going to constantly be rewards there, you know, in regards to the game. And I'll see if I can find, because there is that portion here I mentioned in the previous video, where essentially you can throw like your gold dragon coins in there to possibly get stuff out of it, like randomized loot. So again, people on PC, there probably won't be too much of an issue, because like there are ways around it. And let's be honest, I'm not against it, because if a company is going to sit there and disrespect you enough to basically turn anything into a RNG type loot box, then I'm sorry, but you don't have the right to dictate how people access that stuff if you're not willing to make it so that people have a clear path. Okay, now keep in mind too that in Exoprimal, it's the best of both worlds. So maybe it's the same thing. Maybe that if you've got these spare coins and you throw them into this particular part, then you might get an outfit out of it. And you go, okay, but can I get that outfit elsewhere in the game? If the answer is yes, I don't care. In Exoprimal, it's the same thing. Every time you level up, like your actual account profile, every time you level up, you get like a war chest, right? You open the war chest or whatever it is, and you might have a choice of getting like some extra coin, a different like outfit or skin, whatever, for your Exoprimal suit, like your exo suit. So that's fine, right? Or you can go into the menu for the skins, you know, and or colors, and then spend in-game currency to purchase it. You've got to have multiple options here. Otherwise, this thing right here is going to piss a lot of people off. It is going to really, really piss a lot of people off. And so that's why they have to be very careful. If people are ground up a lot of coins, they're like, yeah, whatever, it's just chucking in there, fine, whatever. Okay, sure. But you've got to be really careful with this, because you want to feel like the game is respecting your time. It's like, look, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. You can get it along here or along that path. So again, we won't know this 100%, at least for me anyway, until I'm in the game, right? That's how I view it. Like, I want to see this stuff for myself in real time, and then report to you guys and see whether or not it's something that aligns with you or not. But as far as like the mastery system goes, you obviously got quests that you can see there that, you know, will be things that you can do, like go fight it in a tower or do this or do that, you know. So that will obviously then give XP gains, which then levels up your character mastery track faster. So this is good progression. It means that if they wanted to, they could add extra tiers to each character over time if they wanted to add more stuff to unlock, or more than likely they'll probably simply just have it so that, you know, they add content either through the online store that you have to buy with real world money, through the dragon crystals, which you can't get anywhere else in game, or through the invasions in their progression and whatever season is available. So, but ultimately I am very happy with this particular system. I think it's good. I think they've been listening, but no, 100%, when all of us, actually, not just me, but all of us get our hands on it and see and figure out how this all tracks in real time. So anyway, guys, catch you next time.